Hey there, it's Todd here with Inside Insurance. Like always, I was thinking about ways to help out my clients today, and something that came to my mind for today was umbrella insurance. I don't know if you've heard of umbrella insurance. Maybe someone has told you you should look into umbrella insurance. Maybe you've never heard of it at all. Um, but what is umbrella insurance exactly? So, I'm going to start off with a story. It's late one January evening, and you're getting home late from work. It's cold, it's dark, it's icy because it's been snowing all day. This happens very often here in Utah. And you need to stop by the grocery store to pick up some cold medicine for the kids at home. And you're in a hurry because, like I said, you're late and they're needing that medicine. So after you pick up the medicine, you start heading out of the parking lot, and your wife calls to check on you, see where you're at. And just then, you start to pull into the road. In the meantime, you didn't see the pedestrians, a mom and a daughter, walking past you, and you run right into them. How terrible. Now, that's not too far-fetched of a story. We could all see that happening to us. Things just happen sometimes. Accidents happen. And that's where umbrella insurance can be useful. Now, what is umbrella insurance? Another name for umbrella insurance is excess liability insurance. So, just like the name says, it's liability coverage in excess of what you already have. Now, you already have some liability coverage on your homeowner's insurance and your auto insurance. But sometimes, if something terrible were to happen, like the story I told, your auto insurance liability limits could be exhausted and you could still be on the hook for paying out the damages that you cause. And that's where liability insurance can be important. That's where umbrella insurance can really come into play for you. Because that's what umbrella insurance does. It's something there to be there above and beyond the liability coverage you already have on your homeowner's insurance, your auto insurance, your motorcycle insurance, etc. So, now you're probably thinking, I don't need umbrella insurance. Something like that will never happen to me. So you probably could maybe be right. No one ever plans on being sued. No one ever plans on needing that much liability coverage. But in case of something happening, you don't have enough coverage, that's when you could be in trouble, because they're gonna get their money that they're owed. And so your assets could be at risk. Your home, your auto, your retirement fund, your future earnings even could be at risk if you don't have a policy to protect those things. So, here are some options before you stop listening. Here are some possibilities of something happening that happen in everyday lives around us. There's a story like I told where bad weather, where you make one momentary lapse of judgment and you're causing an injury or even a death in some cases. A multi-car pileup on the freeway, we see those all the time on the news. They happen often, and someone's at fault for them, and someone's going to be held liable. Your tree gets blown over in one of our awesome windstorms here in Utah, falls over and damages the neighbor's house or cars. And again, you're going to be held liable for that because it was your tree. Your son is playing football, makes an awesome tackle, but it ends up injuring the kid pretty badly. And you're going to be held liable for that because he's your son. Your dog gets loose and bites someone and causes damage to multiple people that are running by, the kids running by. Your friends have a son over with them and they're jumping on the trampoline, get injured. These are things that happen to people in everyday life. And it could happen to you, and you could be held liable for these things, and they could come after your assets. And that's why having enough liability insurance is important. So how expensive is it to get umbrella insurance? In reality, it's not very expensive at all. You could get $1 million policy for an average of about $200 a year. And now that depends on other factors about like how many cars you have, and if you have multiple homes, or if you have teenage drivers, stuff like that. But on average, a $200 policy is pretty reasonable for $1 million of extra coverage for your liability exposure. Now, should you get liability insurance? Should you get that umbrella policy? My answer to that question is probably. Now, if you think about the things I just explained, you will need to think about it for you. Do you need that excess liability coverage? I think it's always a smart backup plan to have, because like I said, no one ever plans on something bad happening. No one ever plans on that accident that's going to cause such major damage, but it's not going to cost too much to cover it. $200 a year to protect yourself, a little extra, that's not too much to ask, I don't think. I would love to help you out with a quote, love to provide more information to you to see if liability insurance, excess liability insurance, or umbrella insurance is the right idea for you to protect your assets. Just give me a call sometime, 801-505-4300. Again, 801-505-4300. Or just reply where you see in this video and I'll find it and we can hook up and talk more about it. I hope you guys are having a good day and look forward to hearing back from you on whether you're interested in umbrella insurance. Thanks.